Hello chaps and chapesses, and today we're fishing in Iceland, in the rain! If you can hear me or not, but this is a pretty windy day. I'm on Laxa I Kjos in Iceland, and we arrived yesterday, and yeah, it's absolutely belting it down with rain. The river has come up about 6 or 7 inches, and it's a bit chocolatey today, so we're going to have to use some bigger flies than we would do normally and just see what happens. I've got Richie fishing down here on this edge seam with a very, very big sun ray. It's really all we can do until it finds down over the next couple of days. So with this water, you know, we'd never normally be fishing these kind of tactics in Iceland, but we've gone for Norwegian style tactics. So we are now fishing with a type 3 head, about 2 foot of leader and a fairly large sun ray. See whether we can cut down underneath that white water and intercept fish which are hanging underneath the main flow. And we'll just have to work this down as best we can.
Salmon fishing is salmon fishing, and you have to take the rough with the smooth and play the hand you are dealt. This often means thinking outside the box, but there's always a chance. In all the years I've been coming to Laxa I Kjos, I have never seen water conditions like this. The river was up and well over the bank, but nevertheless we persevered.
A ray of sunshine. Probably not for long though.
Having left our sheltered spot up on beat 3, we moved down to the top of the meadows, in the hope that those fish that had been holding there had been moving up. Amazingly, the river was beginning to clear out quite quickly by the second session, and already we could see much further. Phil methodically fished the pool down, changing flies as we went and trying different tactics. And finally, his patience paid dividends.
That was a good take.
Yeah, nice.
It looks like it's got a bit more weight to it. Well done, Phil. You were fishing that beautifully, methodically down the pool.
About to think about reeling in. I thought, no, I'll wait until they get into the car. Presumably they'll drive up to us.
I would have thought so. Oh, lovely.
Phil had hooked a fresh bar of silver, and it was full of energy.
It was almost chalk stream-esque.
It was.
Saw it coming up and
Sipping the fly. He's not even remotely ready though. Got long-tail sea lice on it. Actually,
I think he likes the look of you, Pete.
I don't like the look of me either. That's a really lovely, lovely salmon. Flies out.
Lightly hooked.
Yeah.
With a gold hook.
Time to get the tape measure out.
Alright, easy. 68.
Lovely.
Well done, sir.
Thanks, Pete.
In the afternoon, I partnered up with Charles and James and Katka as our guide. We moved up to beat 4, but it was looking a little bit quick. We weren't experiencing much action up at beat 4, so we came down and fished the meadows. It was wonderful to be back on these open green pastures.
That was brilliant, because I saw him roll off the bank and I thought, oh, he's rolled, and I thought, oh, look, a fish, and then you were attached to him.
What is it? Salmon, keep on.
I put a weighted fly on to try and get it down a bit. And it feels like it's
Oh,
Oh no. Keep on.
Sadly, it doesn't always go according to plan. We did find some more sea trout hanging in the meadows though. And not long after, James hooked a cracking fish off the other bank. They are without doubt one of the most stunning fish in the river.
so here we are fishing on the Bugtha this morning. It's overcast. The water's cleared out beautifully. Had some really big fish out of Bugtha this season. So Richie's just put a hitch tube fly through it, and now he's twitching a small red Francis through the pool to see if we can get some action.
Not long after, the red Francis proved deadly and he hooked a lovely fish right off the back of the plume. In these water conditions it's always a little bit nerve-wracking though, because you are fishing such tiny flies and the fish pulls so hard.
Could slide him in here maybe.
This particular fish led Richie a merry dance. One minute it was going downstream, next minute it was swimming back upstream.
Well done, Richie. Well done, mate.
That afternoon, as the groups changed over, there was one rod free, so Ollie and I went and investigated the middle section of beat 3. While swinging a small black Francis through Helgaflot, I hooked a fish right in the tail.
Whoa! Lovely, gentle take.
This year I've gone old school and I'm fishing with old spring and pull reels and the Hardy Marquis.
Ah, love the noise of that Marquis.
Although I love my modern disc drag reels, There's something beautiful about fishing with spring and pool, and you feel so much more connected to the fish. It also definitely makes you think a bit more, because you've got to palm that reel and create just enough drag.
Oh, it's a strong fish.
The other issue we were facing was because of the very high water, there wasn't really anywhere to beach the fish. Because obviously neither of us had had the brains to bring a net. It's a bit like that old joke of how many guides does it take to land a salmon.
Whoa! Where is it? Can't even see the fish. He really doesn't like having the gravel on his tummy. Right, let's see if we can land him. There isn't anywhere to get him in any form of shallow water. It actually might be a little bit bigger than I thought it was. It's getting tired now though.
It's only so hard you can pull when you're using size 16s.
Yeah, exactly. See, I might be able to pull him in here, I think. It's where a net would be quite useful. It's nowhere quite shallow enough.
This lump here is a mossy patch.
Doesn't want to give up at all. It's not that big, but he's just very strong. Yes! Lovely.
Hey.
There we go. Nice and gentle. That wasn't coming off. That was a lovely fight. There he goes. Goodbye, salmon.
The following day, everything had changed. The rain clouds had gone and been replaced by beautiful sunshine. For the next 3 days, I was guiding Hayden and Maddie.
Just take your time.
They have been to Kjos a number of times, but Maddie had never landed a fish.
He's just holding. I don't want to land him up here. I kind of think I want to land him down there. If he wants to go, just let him go, because it's a very small fly. So I don't want to put too much pressure on him. We're going to slowly start walking down. Okay, we've got a rock there. Yeah. I want to see which side of this rock he's going to go. I actually want him to go round that rock. Come back up this way a little bit. Just keep the tension. Come towards me. Come towards me. There we go. There we go. I want him to get round that. Okay, that's it. Now he's going to go down. I've got you. There we go. That's where I want him. Okay, just come up on the shallow stuff here. Now we've got a lovely pool to fight him in. Nicely done.
As the battle continued, I was desperate that Maddie would land this fish.
Okay, he's going to go in a minute. Just let him go. Just let him go. Let him go. Let him go.
After what seemed like an age, finally we got him in the net, and Maddie had landed her first Atlantic salmon. She was so excited, she began the salmon dance.
hitching nicely, that. Chuck a mend in it, see if you can't slow it down a little bit. Hayden hooked a nice fish in Laxa I Kjos. We saw a pod of fish sitting in the back on top of a boulder. Put a really long cast out from that point there. Swung it round. And hook up. Hey! Wow, that's gone a long way out. Maddie doing line management. It's going to be an interesting spot to net one. Not a happy fish. It's just holding in the current. Good. And the battle continues. It's a good sized fish, this. That's a cracking bar of silver, that is. Might be in for a chance soon. Oh, it's a good fish. Woohoo!
After a short revival, the fish regained its breath.
There he goes.
Laxa I Kjos threw a few curveballs at us this year, but despite that, we had some fantastic fishing, and I'm already looking forward to going back next year.